Right, with the construction JCB, it'd be rude not to do a bit of construction. Oh, cue the music. So first up is Shed 22x14. This is my Raider, 1.08 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. Now it's going to cost you 18 grand to place down, and let's face it, it's a simple place to be storing some stuff. I mean, you've got the back brick wall. Fair enough indeed. I mean, you're open on 3 sides. You've got the drive-through option on the go there, so you could potentially get some, I don't know, some harvester headers on a trailer. Just drive them straight through. Alright, fair enough. And next up is Wooden Shed Pack. This is my VX mapping, 103.96 megabyte the download. And there's a lot of sheds in this pack. We're just going to say that from the start. So we're going to go into sheds first off. Now, all of these have the option to be putting the old solar panels on the front. So we'll click the first one out. You've got the option there, customize, so you can have it on the front, on the back, both, or nothing. Right, so that's your options where it comes to your solar panelage. That's even a word. So we have got the open vehicle storage. Then come down and we've got the shed with roll-up door. We then got the double part shed. We then come across, got the harvest workshop, or harvester workshop even. You then got big shed. We then got big shed again. We then come down and we've got the open vehicle storage. We've also got the wood storage. We've then got the bulk storage. And then we come across to animals. And to be fair, this is ace, I must admit. So this is going to be that one just there. So you've got your wooden medium stall. There you are. So that's going to be for your cows. And then you've got your medium stall again. Yeah, so the first one here, got a little bit of a trick up its sleeve, which I think is ace. Then we come across to the pigs. So we go into there like that, down to pigs. There we are. So that one at the bottom, that's going to be holding your pigs as well. Then we come across to these. These are actually going to be found under silos. So we've got that one there. So that's going to hold 1.6 million. It's got a little cutout for your trailer to raise up as well. That is awesome. I do like that. We then got a manure heap and also another manure heap in the silo extensions. And then this one here is going to be your silo shed. Silage silo shed. There you are. And I put my teeth in. And we got this one here. This is going to be found under containers. It's actually called the photosanitary shed. Alright, fair enough. And the last one on the end is going to be this one here, which is going to be found under tools. So your workshop with your vehicle storage. Now, that's a lot, don't get me wrong. I mean, to be fair, most of the pack are just sheds, as the name would suggest. So you got, nice open space. Great. On this one, you've got all these roller shut doors that you can open up. No problem. So there's plenty of space in there. That's all right. And as we get further down the road, you got the little overhang. That's the best way of calling it. And then, so this one is going to be a pallet and bale storage. You've got your loading in point just there. You then got your taking out point just there. And we've got this one, which again is going to be a workshop as well. Although it was found on the sheds, which is interesting. Okay, fair enough. Come and fix your vehicle up. I mean, you've got a little bit of storage. I mean, you could put some headers in there. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Then we come across to some more sheddage. We're going to call it that anyway. I mean, you got some racks down the end. Fair enough. And again, we've got another little shed here. I say little. I mean, they're fairly sized. You've got a door that opens up the other end. So drive-through option on the go with that one. Then we come across to here. You've got your open-sided one. So drive-through options all round, which is all right. We'll come across to this one. This is interesting because this is your wood shed. Yeah. Come and put your logs onto these arms, fingers, whatever you want to call them. Load your logs onto there. That is all right. Then we'll come across. I like this one. This is ace because you've got these nettings here. But it's not just 2. It's actually split into 4. So you've got the same sort of thing down the other end. You've got these stairs that go up the middle as well. So we'll come down here like that. There you are. You've got 2 more bunkers at the back. And obviously you've got the old netting. You can open up there as well. I like that. I like the netting on that. Don't get stuck. Carry on. Dear oh dear. I mean, it's not the biggest amount of space in there. But alright, fair enough. Now, here comes the cows. This is 8. So you got your animal dialogue box just there. So that's going to hold 100 cows. Great. Milk taking out point is just there. Then open up this door, and your straw loading in point is just inside the door, which is all right. Yeah, mate? Whoa. He looks like he's running at me. Quick, shut that door. Shut the door quick. You then got your loading in point for your feed just there. And the first one has got a bale and pallet storage, but it's got a ladder that we can go up. Oh, fair enough. There's me bale up there. Oh, I like that. That is ace. I mean, you come across to this one here. You take your bale out. Yeah, get that one bale out. Job done. There it is. If you want to put it back in, just chuck it in there. It puts it on the top. That is awesome. For me, that's probably the best one out of this pack. Fair enough. Now, you got the other cow barn. Similar sort of thing. So you got your straw loading in just inside the back doors. Then you got your milk taking out point. Well, saying that, there's no slurry taking out point. Interesting. Maybe they don't produce slurry. Or maybe you need to put like a slurry pit down. Alright, fair enough. And you got your food at the bottom there. And obviously it's going to hold 100 cows as well. The next one is going to be for your pigs. So you got your food that goes into there. Animal dialogue box just here. So that's going to hold 70 pigs. And like the cows, the straw is going to go through this door. There we are. Got to get right up straight. You back your trailer into it. Straw goes in. No problem. And then obviously you got your food there. Then round the front is where you're going to see all your little bacon sandwiches. Oh, he's coming to have a say hello. You all right, mate? How's it going? What's showing your bum to me for? What are you doing? That's rude. Right, carry on. Standing for that. Oh dear. That bacon sandwich is showing me its back end, but alright. Now, come to the silo. This silo is awesome. When you see that cut out bit there, so you can back your trailer in. So the trailer raises up. It's not going to hit the roof, which I seem to do whenever I feel anything up inside. Load in, load out at that point. That is awesome. I like that cut out. That's brilliant. When you have got a bit of storage down the side as well, we'll come across to the manure heap. So we're going to open up this door. Now, these are both the same. So you get your loading in point back. So look, you're taking out point just there. So you've got your drive-through option on the go. But you've also got this, like a little loading ramp. Come around here like that. There you are. Up the slope. Load some stuff onto a trailer. Alright, fair enough. We're going to come around here. So you've got your 2 bunker silos in there. So that's alright. Get some bunker silage on the go. Now the what was it? Not photosynthesis. Whatever it was called, this is going to be a storage facility for you. So you're taking out point just there. A little bit of racking for some storage as well. So we're going to come around the back like that. Because around this side, you've got another taking out point just there. And in the office, there we are. Open up that door like that. You got our bi-inable point. So for this one, you can be doing your herbicide, your liquid fertilizer. So one side is going to be your herbicide. One side is going to be your liquid fertilizer. I'd imagine. Have we got any signs that tell us which one's which? I mean, I could be completely missing it, but alright, fair enough. One's one side, one's the other. Do you know, I couldn't even tell you. Both look the same. I mean, different tanks, mind you, but either could be old and either. But alright, fair enough. Then the last one on the end is going to be, well, he said it's under workshops. I mean, we've got our storage area there. Got a bit of racking as well. And behind this door, a load of junk, to be fair. Fair enough. And your workshop trigger just in there. I do think it's a little strange. Well, we've got some bunker silo, no, not bunker silo, bale and pallet storage in sheds. You had a workshop in sheds. Then we've actually got some silos in silos and a workshop where it should be. But all right, fair enough. I mean, to be fair, all the buildings look great. I like the cow barn. The cow barn with the hayloft at the top. That is the best in this pack. Right, next up is Park Decor Pack. This is by Flint Town Modding. 8.41 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find them under decorations. Now, we've got 4 things in this pack. We've got a sandbox. That's going to cost you 75. We then got it says garage. That's going to cost you 5 grand. We then got a trash can, which is just there. You know, don't litter. That's not very good. And then you've got your picnic table just there. So obviously this is going to be for, filling out your farm, giving your farm a little bit more life. Maybe have this in your back garden. I mean, I would fancy that in my back garden. That's all right. A nice barbecue on the go. Yeah, fair enough. Then obviously when you're finished with that, chuck it all in the bin. Don't make a mess. And then obviously get your sandbox for your kids to be playing around in. I mean, you got this building here. I mean, it's just for decoration. We can't go inside, so alright, fair enough. Decorate your farmyard up. Right, next up is Pack of Grey Buildings. This is by Leo, 45.4 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find him first off under cows. So we've got a cow barn there. 30 cows going to go in there. 80 grand to buy. Then I come across to this one. And this is going to be found under your sheds. So that's going to cost you 50 grand. And then to finish it off on the end, we've got ourselves a farmhouse. Now, obviously, yeah, it's going to be an outside farmhouse. You're not going to be able to go inside, but you know, if you're doing work in the field, do you really need to go inside? It's entirely up to you. Obviously, fair enough. 90 grand for that one. Now, these buildings are looking very good indeed. So for the cow barn, you got your milk taking out point, food and straw going to there, animal dialogue boxes just there. But the building itself, looking good, I must admit. Now, all these doors open as well. You got like the flaking paint. That looks awesome. Inside, there's your cows. Having a lie down, chill out, fair enough, no problem. We've got this door that opens up as well. Some more cows there. Alright, fair enough. We come on in, we've got that door that opens up as well. That's going to go into your milk tank area. Oh no, it's a fridge. I mean, to be fair, inside some of these doors, there's so many in this small building as well. There's just like junk and stuff everywhere. I mean, like in here, look at all this. All this stuff here just lying around, but alright, fair enough. Now, behind this door, there's going to be a little bit of a storage area. So you got your drive-through option on the go. I mean, you can't go into here to see your cows as well if you want to do. You got that side. Yeah, he's still laying down, no problem. You've also got this little loft hat. I said loft hat. So what would you call it? Hayloft, that's the one. Take a run up. There we are. Jump. And again. Come on. There we go. And once we got up there, we got this little door opens up as well. So you could, you know, handball some stuff up if you want to. That is all right. We're going to come out of here. Then we got our garage, shed, whatever you want to call it. We got a little bit of a seating area, a little log burner. All right, you could dry your pants in front of the fire. Why not? Why not indeed? So we come out of there. And obviously, you got these doors as well that open up. Then once you're inside here, you got your, I'd say that's probably, maybe you get a car in there, maybe a small tractor, nothing too big, but this side is going to be the bigger side, so you get more stuff into there, mind you, but alright, fair enough. I mean, it didn't seem to be any way to get upstairs without, oh, there they are, sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. I found some stairs. Oh, look at that, that's ace. So we've got this door as well. Does that open? Oh, yes, it does. Oh, I've got one over there. That little staircase sneaking around the corner. Oh, I like it. I like it. I mean, junk everywhere, mind you. It could do with a bit of a tidy up, but all right. And now I'm stuck. No, come on. There we are. Right, I'm out. I'm out. And then we got our farmhouse. You've got your sleep trigger and your wardrobe trigger at the front. I mean, the buildings look great. They look like, you know, they haven't had the rendering put on the outside. You know, like the plasterwork, that sort of thing. Well, I like them. I mean, especially these buildings. These look ace. Right, next up is Polish Fence. This is by Jopik56, 2.59 megabyte the download. And you're going to find them, as you can imagine, under fences. Now, we've got two different versions here. So first up, we've got this one here. Now, there is 3 different sections. So you've got your actual fence section itself. You then got a small person gate. You then got a large vehicle gate. So you got that on both of them. They're both going to cost you the same job to good them. What the difference is, though, is if you look at the first one here, nice and straight, yep, potentially been built on a jig, that sort of thing. Second one, that's been handmade. Oh, they're not straight at all. That's just been knocked up, probably knocked up in the dark, something like that. You know, you haven't seen what you're doing. Oh, fair enough, I like that. So you've got a little gate that opens up like that. Then you've got your big gate that opens up as well. I mean, you could go for the nice polished version, but handmade gates, handmade fences. Oh, why not? Right, next up is Pigsty. This is by Radix Games, 10.17 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under pigs. Now, it's going to cost you 30 grand to place down. And it's going to hold, what did I say, 50 pigs? All right, fair enough. Now, we're going to come down this side first. Got a slowly taken out point just there. Our animal dialogue box just there. And this isn't the main door. I mean, if you wanted to come down with a trailer and back that in, no problem. Facilitate, you know, bringing them in yourself. Great, go for it. All right, you stay there. Oh, they're just chilling. They don't care. They're not bothered. We're here with a camera crew. Dear, oh dear. So come and open up this door. So this is where your straw and your food's going to come in. There we are. I mean, the icon is just there. I did back a trailer in, and just inside the door, I got the trigger to unload. So no problem. All right, yeah, you carry on. Fair enough. I mean, I like it. I like the style of building. Very nice. Right, next up is a Constructible Hut. This is by Omatana, 3.47 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under Constructibles. Now, we've got two different versions. We've got the first one here, it's going to cost you 200, and you put straight up wood in that one. And then we've got the second version over here, which is going to take a little bit more processed goods. So your planks, your long planks, and your wood beams. Now, they're both going to make the same thing in the middle. So that's entirely up to you. If you've got a sawmill, you know, go for the processed ones. If you got a load of trees, go for that one. Fair enough. Obviously, you chuck all the stuff in there. You then got to wait for it to go through its cycle, and then you get your little hut. Now, it does say it's a thing for starting out. You haven't got a lot of cash, you know, that sort of thing. Although, to be fair, if you haven't got a lot of cash, you still got to buy the trees to chop down, or even buy the pallets of stuff to go in there. So you're going to need some cash. But all right, fair enough. I mean, you've got sleep trigger outside, and then you've got this door that opens up like that, and then inside is your wardrobe trigger. Got a little bit of a bench area. There's no bed, mind you, so I don't know where you're going to sleep. Outside by the trigger, obviously, but all right, fair enough. Right, next up is the Lemken Dolomit 9. This is by DW Modding, 10.31 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under subsoilers. Now, this is going to require 120 horsepower from your tractor, 3 meter working width, 7 mile an hour working speed for 10.5 grand to buy. Now, it does have the old 3-point on the back, so you are going to be able to hook up something else. You know, keep it 3 meter, 2 jobs in one, no problem. Next up is the Joskin Tanker 3500. This is by Simulator Games, 8.83 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Animal Barrels. Now, as the name suggests, 3,500 litre capacity, 8 metre working width, and a 9 mile an hour working speed if you go for a certain option. It's going to require 35 horsepower from your tractor, and if you go for the base version, which is the mobile water tank, it's going to cost you 11.5 grand. You then have the option of with or without hose. You've got one on the left, and then spin it around. We've got one on the right. We then got both or nothing. Now, if you do go for the hoses, you can then change the colour, but you have got your wheel brands. So you've got your Lizard, your Continental, and then your Lizard on your tyres. Well, the Continentals off-road HDO. They look wow tiny. Well, they're all right. All right, fair enough. So you have the option to have it as a water tank, a slurry tanker, which gives you the old working width of 8 meter working width. You then got your mobile water tank again. But obviously, with your slurry tanker, you're going to be able to do your digestate as well. So that's all right. Now, if you have gone for the hose option, you can pick one of those 4 colours. I mean, to be fair, if you're going for a slurry tank, it really should be brown hose. You're not going to notice it getting dirty then, are you? But all right, fair enough. And next up is the Kverneland Qualidisc Farmer 3000. This is by Puzzcap, 6.39 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under disc harrows. Now, this is going to require 100 horsepower from your tractor. It's got a 3 meter working width and a 10 mile an hour working speed for 18 grand to buy. The only option is going to be the design colour on the back, which you can imagine is going to be the old rollers and the gas struts on the top. So we'll put them back to the old green. Yeah, those bits on the top. All right, fair enough. And next up is the Kverneland Exacta EL pack. This is by Bayern Gamers, 11.47 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under fertilizer spreaders. Now, it's got a 700 litre tank, 21 metre working width, and a 12 mile an hour working speed for 4 grand, which is not bad at all. That's not bad, I must admit. Now, it's going to do your solid fertilizer and your lime, but you can change the tank capacity up to 1,400 litres if you see fit, which I probably would. I mean, that's still 5.5 grand. And you got a 21 metre working width, which is all right. I mean, I know some of these have like 42 metre, but then with such a small tank on it, you're going to be having to go and fill up every 5 minutes. So this should fit in nicely. Right, next up is the Lemken Korund 750L. This is by Repi Gaming, 9.5 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cultivators. Now, it's got a 215 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 7.5 meter working width with a 10-mile-an-hour working speed for 27,780 of your hard-earned coinage to buy. Now, there is no options. It comes in the old Lemken blue, but it does fold out, which is quite nice indeed. So fold it up behind your tractor, you're going to be able to go down most lanes, no problem. Right, next up is the FTG FB90D. This is by Rimvis, 34.77 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under wood transport. Now, there is no customization options on it, but obviously it's a trailer with a crane on. So if you're doing a bit of forestry and you've got 30 grand to spare, this should fit in nicely, because it's always good to, limit your outgoing costs. Just pull it with a tractor and it can load itself. Why not? Right, next up is the Goeweil G-1 F125. This is by SH Farming TV, 7.7 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under round balers. Now, it's got 120 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 10-mile-an-hour working speed, and it's going to do your 125 centimeter round bales. It starts off with £60,500 price tag if you go for the empty version, but obviously you are going to need some sort of nettage inside. You do the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and then Trelleborg on the tyres. You got some mediums, got some. Ooh, oh yeah! Look at those wide ones. I like that. Wide tyres on your Goeweil. That's ace. You do have the option to have your round bayonets. You get your standing net, your film binding, or you can have it empty if you've got a load of pallets already back at your farm, so that'll be all right. Then you can have the silage additive tank on the front, yes or no. But those chunky tyres, look at wide tyres on that. That is awesome. Right, next up is the Brantner TA 23065. This is by Samu Alpinmodding Leon and Exacta, 14.84 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trailers. Now, it's got a 33,600 litre capacity. It's going to cost you 33 grand if you don't have some optional extras on, which is going to be the extension. So the standard one's 22,000 litres. You don't have any warning stripes on either. There you are. So that's your base version. That's what you're starting off with. So why give you option extras that you're going to force people to pay for if they don't want to? All right, we'll carry on. So you do have the option of extension, which is going to put it up to 33,600. Then you've got your option on your wheel brands. You've got your Trelleborg, Michelin, Trelleborg again, although Michelin, 2,900 extra. Just for having 5,000 for the wides. What's the Trelleborgs on? I mean, their wide tyres is only 950. Yeah, we'll go with the Trelleborg. It's a lot cheaper than Michelin. All right, fair enough. Warning stripes, yes or no? I imagine that's going to be around the back. There we are. So, yes or no on the bumper. You got LED flashes, yes or no? Although, where's it putting those? Oh, on the end of the bumper. All right, fair enough. Extra lights, yes or no? It's going to be putting them around the top at the edges as well. And then you've got your main colour, which is going to be any one of those. So you can make it blue if you wanted to. The base frame colour is going to be, obviously, the base frame. And then your fender colour, go for red so it stands out. Going to do those bits. All right, fair enough. Right, next up is Wall-Mounted Stihl High Pressure Washer. This is by Scandinavian Vikings Mod Rebuilds Team. 2.73 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Tools. Now, you will need to place it probably a little bit better than when I did. So obviously I'll put it, you can place it wherever you like, but sort of like if you haven't got your base building sort of straight on, you may end up with a little bit of a gap at the back. So just bear that in mind when you're placing it down. And you could potentially place it just hovering in the air if you wanted to. And you come up to it, obviously you got your lance. There you go. Spray your vehicle off, whatever. Jobs are good in. And just put it back on the wall. All right, fair enough. Next up is the Köckerling Drawbar. This is by Michi, 0.94 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, this is only going to cost you 1,500, and this could be making your life a load easier. Now, you've got the option to change the colour, so you go for anything on there. Fair enough. Now, what this does is obviously hooks up to the 3-point, but it allows you to have more movement when you've got an implement on the back. So say like this cedar here. There you are. We'll hook it all up, and then when we turn, we can do it in a much tighter circles than we could before. That's going to make manoeuvring, especially in the field, a load easier. Oh, that's awesome. And next up is the Fiat 1300 DT. This is by Hispano, 16.79 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under small tractors. Now, it's got 150 horsepower engine, 15 mile an hour top speed, and a 58.5 grand price tag. And I'm pretty sure this is returning from 22, but all right, fair enough. Then got your options on wheel brands. You got your Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, Vredestein, and then Trelleborg again. We've got the usual shenanigans. I mean, wide tyres. I always like wide tyres on a small tractor. I just think it looks ace. Then you got your beacon lights. So you got your left, you then got right, you got both, and then nothing. So front work lights, yes or no. Puts those on the roof. Window tinting is going to go 25%, 50, 75, 100, and then back to 0. Front wheel fenders, yes or no. Weights, so we've got a 240 kilo front weight, 360, 480, 600, 720, 840, 960, and then back to nothing. Then you've got your front loader attachers, you've got your quickie or nothing. You've got your main colour, which could be purple. Why not? We'll go with that. And then you got your design colour on the back. You're just going to be that. You got your front fenders. So we could, you know, we'll match it up. It's going to be your front fenders. And then your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. Yeah, that's bright, must say. But all right. I mean, old school tractor, yeah, boxy look. If you're going down that role play, yeah, maybe not go pink and purple. Maybe go for the original colour. Yeah, let's go back. There we are. That's better. Go for the old original colour. That looks all right. And the last mod for the day is the JCB Construction Loadall. This is by Ross & Mods, 31.83 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under telehandlers. Now, it's got a 74 horsepower engine, 20 mile an hour top speed, and 135 grand to buy. You then have the option of the attachers on the front. So you could go for a standard version, the Q-Fit, or forks, or back to your standard version. So entirely up to you what you do. I think Ross & Mods has got a Q-Fit pack out, or something like that. I can't remember the exact name of it, but all the stuff should fit on that, no problem. You can then change the engine output, so you've got your 74 as standard, then go for 109, and then back to 74. So 109, the old 448 diesel max is your top version. Although, to be fair, that's not a bad price, 5 grand extra. Very nice. Wheel brands, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Continental, Vredestein, and back to Trelleborg again. You've got some wides on there as well. Fair enough. Beacons, so they come as standard. They don't cost any extra, which is all right. So you can take them off if you don't fancy it. That's the first one. That's going to be your orange beacon. The second one is going to be your safety beacon. And the third one is going to be your reversing alarm. So if you don't want it beeping as you're going backwards, turn that off. You then got your main colour, which can be anything on there. Fair enough. And then I'm not quite sure about a blue JCB. Doesn't look right, to be fair. All right, fair enough. Now, this has got some tricks up its sleeve, I must admit, because what it does come, you got two control groups. You got your standard version, and no, we don't go on that one. There we are. So you got your group main arm. So that's going to be doing the usual, you know, armage, whatever. Then press Y again. We're going to the leveling function. Now, if you look there, you've got slope compensation on. All right. So we've got a bit of a slope on the go here. Let's have a little look, see what's going on. That doesn't seem to be compensating anything. Do we need to turn it on? No, there we are. So it's the opposite to what it's saying. So if you press LB and it says slope compensation, turn it on, or like a question, do you want to turn it on? Yes. There we are. So now we're driving flat. The wheels are sort of angled. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Now, when you do get onto flat ground, it's going to sort itself out. Oh, that's ace. That is ace. Now, there is another little trick up its sleeve as well. If you do LB and right stick left and right, you're going to be putting that arm down, and you can raise it up a little. Then we go to the other side, LB and right stick up and down, and it's going to do that one. So you could potentially, you know, put it into the shop, change the wheel. You know, obviously in a role play scenario, you can't actually change the wheel, mind you. But then Just go and do whatever you like. I like that. That is ace. I've got a couple of updates as well. So I've got the Pomot UPR4 by JMZ, the Agromaz SN301 pack by JMZ, and the Bunker Silo Object Storage Shed by Sebi Modding.